Hello! We are back. Some FTB Infinity Evolved Expert Mode. Very fancy. I have been clearing off some trees. So that we'll have, we'll be shaving this down, maybe expanding it out into there, who knows. I hear skeletons. Underneath we got sheep in the trees and in the ocean. It's just like old times. In our quest book, we've done just a little bit. We did manage to get a hold of a botany manual. It'll give us some floral fertilizer. That'll come in very handy very soon. But in the first chapter, we did finish all of the Tinker's Construct single block workstation quest. It gave us some stencils, patterns, whatever they call it in this version. We have some. It's nice. So the rest of this shows us some important things. We're gonna want all of this, and we'll get a little bit of a lob as reward, which we're gonna need. The main ingredient that we're gonna make all this stuff out of is grout. We need clay, gravel, and sand, and we're gonna need a lot of it. Now, let's see. This is like old Minecraft, but I thought I saw a swamp. It's this kind of a swamp that I think we want, because then as now, swamps were pretty good sources of clay. Now while we're out here, we're gonna see if we can't grab some of these flowers. I know we have white, red, and blue, at least a little bit, right by the base. I saw some yellow over there too. There's a color of Botania flower. Can I pick this up? Yeah. This is another Pam's garden. If we can pick them up, we're going to. They will spread on their own, I think. Anyway, there's a color of Pam's flower for, every color in Minecraft. Where have I gone? Okay, I got completely turned around. I want to be going this way. We're gonna need most of them. Maybe even all of them, the way this pack is. Aha. We found something useful. This here is an enchanted forest from Thaumcraft, and I do see a swamp over there. I'll hopefully be able to get some clay. But this has a number of resources important to Thaumcraft. We're going to leave these trees alone for now. They can be special, but we are going to want a good amount of mossy cobble. Now, it's worth noting that sometimes when you're looking for these Botania flowers, you'll find ones that are too tall. These can only be harvested with shears, so keep that in mind. Now, these big trees are called greatwood trees. We don't really have the juice to chop a whole one down, but we're going to take some of it with us. We want to take it, if at all possible, from a special greatwood tree. Here's one. The spider webs indicate that the tree is dangerous, and somewhere, always in the... Yeah, there's a cave spider spawner in there. It can be kind of a drag. There it is. But underneath the cave spider spawner is a chest, and the chest often has very valuable things in it. Keep an eye out for greatwood trees with spider webs. Occasionally, you'll see dim little lights. These are nodes from Thaumcraft. There'll be more convenient ones, but I'm going to go ahead and mark it anyway, right here on the map. We got a waypoint, new node. Off. Whoa, we're down on the bottom. Plenty of gravel down there. Aha! One of the very things that I'm looking for underneath these trees. Those will grow ender pearls for us. Old school village. Villagers are random in this version of the game. But we might find some good stuff in here. It's worth the look. Now what I mean by random, if you don't know, is that you get villagers based on... We're not going anywhere near that. You get villagers based on how many doors there are around, how many valid doors. And you can't control what kind you get. And you can't re-roll their trades. So, you know, I don't even know if mending is a thing in this version of the game. Can't remember. Okay. Yeah. One Thaumonomicon. We're gonna get rid of the dimlets and the power catalysts. Oh, I want to keep the sapling. But there's gotta be other good stuff in here. And it may be that we can find something even in here to help us with our... Yeah, like here's an example. Like a villager. Okay, he is a librarian. Maybe. Okay, so this is Tinker's. Handguard pattern. We're looking for a special pattern. I don't actually see it in this one. That's okay. Now, one thing you don't have to worry about is them stealing your beds. They don't sleep. They just run around and attract zombies. Villagers used to be kind of terrible. There's a zombie there. But what we're really looking for is, hello. Is buildings from mods. And I'm looking for one in particular that I hope we find here, because it will help us greatly with our inventory troubles here. They do make iron golems. Oh, here we go. My goodness. Crying out loud. This place here, it's immersive engineering. That's gonna drive me crazy. And we have the special boxes. These retain their inventory when broken. You can take them with you. They're like shulker boxes before there were shulker boxes. There might even be another one in here. Let's hope. It doesn't look like in this one. We'll check around back, but that's really going to help us out with the looting. This building here is from Mistcraft. They allow you to make custom dimensions. It's pretty cool. This we should take with us. And we're taking all the books. Heyo! That's gonna save us some time and trouble. This is almost an entire smeltery. It will very likely be missing the Smeltery controller, but we'll live. This is gonna make our lives a whole lot easier. Now this building here is from Railcraft. This will also save us some time. I don't know if we can pick it up with this stuff. We got a very bad pickaxe. But we'll take the coal cook. We'll definitely take the rails. Rails are like comically hard to make. I think in this. It's too bad we don't have an iron pick, but Let's see if we can find one in here. Aha! We found another Tinker's building, and this is what we want. We want the full guard. That'll allow us to make the saber. I believe that means we haven't... Oh, this is just a regular temple. The Thaumcraft building looks a lot like the old vanilla temples. Oh, would you look at that? An iron pickaxe head. That's delightful. That will come in very, very handy. I wonder... No, doesn't really look like it, does it? We'll make a new one when we get home. It'll be good to have an iron pick. These greenhouses can be really useful if you are looking for a specific seed that you can't find. We're gonna leave it be for now and start heading back home. This friendly little guy is from the Witchery mod. He's alright. Hey, buddy. We're gonna come on over here. Now, we're gonna make ourselves a new pick. Now, normally we would need the Smeltery to make iron tools, right? But since we have it, we just found it, we can just go ahead and make it. Now, that's exactly what we're gonna do. So there's all the parts. We'll go ahead and make the pick. But since this is iron, we're not gonna stop here. We have probably a few other things that would help us out, not the least of which is all of this moss stone. Before there was mending, there was tinkers, and there was the ball of moss. Now we take this and we throw it on here, and this will repair itself over time. So that's you know, it doesn't need experience. It'll just do it. That's pretty cool. Now we may have gotten a quest for that. I hope we have. Here we go. Oh, I just hit the wrong one. I'm sure we completed a quest. Yeah, here we go. Okay, we'll get some mana beans. Alright, that wasn't what I was hoping for, but that's okay. Thaumcraft is going to become very important to us. It's just not what I was hoping for right then. So now that we have an iron pick, our mining options are a little more open, and there's something in particular that I'm looking for. And I think it's more or less right below us. I won't say no to coal right now either, because we need that too. But what we're really coming down here for is Certus quartz. One thing we have in the pack to sort of help us out. Oh, we need one more to help us out in the early game is just another better barrel attempt, also known as Java. We're just going to need one slab. That'll give us a number of them though. Now, these aren't the original barrels. That honor belongs to factorization. But we're about to be picking up a lot of dirt. And that's where we're going to be putting it. We're going to be having a lot of these barrels around, especially in the early game here. But I'm going to start working on getting rid of this hill. Awesome. Now, Certus quartz is kind of the basic resource of applied energistics, but we're going to be using it for one of its other purposes. Now, there are no hoes that are craftable in the early game, so I think we're going to have to make ourselves a mattock to get some farmland going. That's fine. We can handle it. I think. Assuming they work the way I think they do. Here we go. Yeah, okay, so it's a shovel head and axe blade and a tool rod. And now... Yes! Delightful. Oh! Now I was looking at the recipe for the grindstone, and we are better off just going with the smeltery, because we're going to need gear for a grindstone, and for gear, we need smeltery, right? Right. So, the grout that I mentioned, we can't just shift-click these up there, gotta remember that, is pretty simple, although you don't get that much of it. It's sand, a clay, and a gravel. But this ought to be enough for us, given everything we were able to steal from the village. And that may be, like... That's better. that may be one of the things to really point out here, is that although villagers are random and nowhere near as OP as they are after the Village and Pillage update, the villages themselves can be very valuable. We got our faux shulker box here in a world with no shulker boxes. And we were able to get almost an entire smeltery. All we're going to need to build... And we need to build it soon, because it's way too cramped in here, and I need to get all of this going as quickly as I can. What was I saying? We're going to make a smeltery. Now, it's not clear what the villagers really had in mind with what they were doing. That may have been a kind of a cargo cult sort of thing going on there. It had no fuel. It had no power source, but it did have a whole ton of these bricks. Now, I'm pretty sure in this version, the smeltery has to either be 3x3, 5x5, 7x7, and maybe 9x9. And you can go up, and we're going to save a little bit of space for a few things that we're gonna need. And we are. And one more. Now, the body of the smeltery kind of defines the inside. And the inside is how much room you have. This will allow us to smelt 18 things at once because there are 18 blocks of air on the inside. Now, it can hold a lot more than, 18 ingots. In fact, when we smelt in here, I think it should double for us. But we shall see what we shall see. And I'm actually already beginning to wonder if we have enough. I don't actually think we do, because we need a couple other blocks, don't we? We're going to need at least one smeltery drain. That's 6. So yeah, we're going to need, I think, a little more sand and a little more gravel. Fortunately, we have all that out here. It's fine. Alright. Here's some. Now, if memory serves, we're going to do a smeltery controller, just like so. We're going to need a drain. Whoop. We're going to need a faucet, and we're going to need one piece of glass for a tank. I'm probably going to have to smelt up some sand. Now, the smeltery drain, well, what you want is not that. We want the big open side on the inside. Yeah, just like that. Let's get around so we can have a better look. Just like that. And then we're going to slap our little faucet right there. And we need one piece of glass. And that was disorienting. Right in the middle. This will give you your seared tank. The seared tank will maintain its fluid inventory when broken. You see, when we put it down, this became a valid structure, and we got a little bit of an animation. Now that we've completed the quest, we should be able to come into the quest log here, and the reward is 4 cans of lava. And the beautiful sound. Each lava can is worth 1 bucket of lava, and seared tank holds 4. Now, there's 2 things the Smeltery can do. It can smelt down ore for you, and it can make alloys. We gotta be careful, because we don't want to make alloys out of, everything. What I'm hoping, though, is we have a little bit of gold. We don't, because to make this useful, we're either going to need a little bit of gold, which I think is the easy way to do it, or if we could get a hold of some aluminum brass. That's the melt. Okay, that's the alloying. We need... Okay, I don't think we have any aluminum. I don't think we... Unless that's aluminum. No, that's silver. Okay, we'll go get some gold. Okay, no gold yet. But the diamond was a stroke of luck. The diamond will add 500 durability to our tool. Now, an emerald would add 50% durability, so keep that in mind. There comes a point where the emerald is better than the diamond, and there's a limited number of things you can put on here. With the redstone, we could also add haste, which will make it mine faster. You may notice we are adding one at a time, and that's no fun. So, what we want to do, as much as possible, is add it in block form. So we can go ahead here, we can take this out, and we can just, Now it's a 48. We can give it 2 more. And it looks like it could actually use another... Okay. Now, we could do it again, if we wanted to. But I would like to go ahead and add something else. In this case, whoops. In this case, lapis. Now, this is an early version of the game. We don't have to worry about hanging on to our lapis for enchanting. Enchanting just costs levels. It does cost all 30 levels, or however many levels. Now, as we add lapis, up to 450, it takes quite a bit, we're adding levels of fortune. And now we have, the old school equivalent of a Fortune 1 pick that's got some efficiency on it and a really high durability. We're going to put it to good use. Now, you may notice the pick looks quite fancy, right? Thing to know. The order that the colors are added is the order that you put modifiers on in this. So, if you put the moss on last, you get kind of an ugly pick. It's just mostly the green. So, for whatever that's worth. And it's really cooking now. It's just a lot faster. Now, we won't get a lot of fortune bonus from what we have, but it's better than no fortune bonus. And as we find more lapis, we can add it, and pick will get better and better. There are better picks. We could just make a diamond pick if we wanted to. And we may do that. There are also some nether ores, cobalt and ardite, that we're going to want to be collecting. Okay, this may be what we're looking for. We finally found a cave. Oh, it's been a while. Is that just yellowite? It's more yellowite. The Yellorite's a tease, folks. I'm here to tell you. Alright, we got lob all over the place. We're gonna try to make this at least not quite so comically dangerous. Is there more cave up here? No. Okay. I don't really know what we're gonna be in for. I haven't been in caves in this version in so long. And I like the new caves. I like the new cave generation. But I get a little nostalgic for the old cave generation, I'm not gonna lie. And just something to it. Like, I played in these, I messed around in these caves for what must have been, what, like 11 years before they got updated? 12? And there's just a thing to them. Keep an eye out for these dense ores, by the way. I can't remember if fortune affects them. It might. Aha! First death. Right outside. Did we lose the end? Okay, no. We didn't lose our ender seeds. That's good. Where's all my stuff? I don't know where my stuff is. We're just gonna let him burn. Where's my stuff? Oh, there it is. Well, this will save me some digging. Let's see, we got some kind of gravestone. What do we do? Break it? We break it. And everything comes flying out. We got a creeper. Oh my goodness! How many creepers are out here? It really is just like old times, folks. Everything's dangerous. Oh, he's still on me. I don't even know where my sword is. I don't have my armor on. This could end up being unfortunate. Alright. There's one creeper over there. I don't know if that's the creeper I was just running from or not. My goodness. When do you get to have this kind of fun with creepers in modern Minecraft, folks? The old spam click. Now, Journey Map will add waypoints for your deaths. You can just remove them. It's fine. My goodness. That was a detour. Alright, back to our smeltery. Now we're just gonna go ahead and throw all this gold in here. That's 13. We're gonna remember that. We had 13 in there. And we're gonna go grab one of those seared bricks. Okay. Now right now, we could pour out a plate. Or we could pour out a gold block if we had another drain faucet or if we moved this over here. But what we want is to put one of the bricks down, pour the gold over it, and you will note there's 24 ingots worth in here. So we did quite well. We get to keep the brick, but now we have an ingot cast. And we can cast ingots to our heart's delight. It'll do ore doubling for us. It's the same idea to make casts for tool parts. So if we were over here in our part builder and we wanted to make a pickaxe head out of metal, you know, we'd need to cast it out here from our smeltery. And the way we would get the cast in this case is with a stone pickaxe head. We would just pour all the gold around it. It'll form into the cast. You get to keep your stone. And then you could just, we could pour a gold pickaxe head if we wanted to. And the other thing, and the other main use of the smeltery is for alloys. Gold and silver together make electrum. I think, typically 1 silver ingot's worth and 1 gold ingot's worth will get you 20 electrum. This is doubling our ore, so we should see 4 electrum in here when this is done smelting. Another thing important to know, you can pipe in to these, you can automate this with a redstone signal, you can hopper out the bottom. It's pretty smooth, yeah, and here's our electrum. We'll have to put the cast back in for it to do anything. One nice thing about the early version is that you don't waste very much from misclicking it. It typically won't pour out something invalid. And I think that's gonna about do it for this time. We made a good amount of progress. We got our smeltery going so we can make some fancy tools, and we will be making more fancier tools in the next episode. So thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.